Um, this video was pretty just like. I mean, I was planning on doing a video like this, but I really did not know the structure of how I was gonna like make this video out. Because it's a very kind of weird satire and like kind of stereotypical question, especially being that it's gonna be this the last month of this year, and the next year is right around the corner. So the question is, what is next for me? Because let's be honest, the main reason that I was even watching WWE for the most part was because of John Cena and his retirement tour. And now that that's over, it's like tonight's gonna be the dawn of a new era when it comes to WWE. And I feel like now that we know the WrestleMania plans and the main events and who's gonna defend whose titles against who, and you know we don't know if Seth Rollins is gonna be cleared by the time or before WrestleMania. Um, it's just like WWE hasn't felt the same since then. Cause like outside of just like John Cena retiring and you know Cody beating him for the championship, like in a hell of a match at SummerSlam, WWE's just been dry. It's like the landscape is just like it's altered with people who just you know don't really have the same love for wrestling that like a lot of other people have. And I always looked at it in a way where it'll get better over time. Everything will overall just be, in a place where it lines up and everything will make sense. Everything that you think like that's altered, you think that's messed up, you think like deplorable and doesn't really need to be there, it will all make sense in the long term. And it hasn't felt that way in such a long time. So my love for WWE kind of like it dried up, because of that fact. But I always looked at it as like, if the WWE stuff doesn't work out, which it has worked out, y'all got me to 100 subscribers. I'm closing in on 200. Which, if you haven't subscribed already, please do that. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, there's a multitude of other things that I like. I like gaming. I like certain anime. I like reviewing certain games. I like just reacting to like a lot of drama and just giving my take on it, giving a little funny take on it. But yeah, bro. But I wouldn't consider myself like a creator who's like just trying to like clip farm and needing other people for views, doing crazy backflip, you know, screaming at the camera 24/7 like for views and stuff like that. Like I don't consider myself that. I'm just what I'm saying. I'm either gonna make it as retro or I'm gonna feel as retro, but I just don't have the energy to change every single thing. This isn't the fucking this isn't a character you're seeing. Like not really. Like I'm like this in real life. Like I'm kind of like I rarely ever talk. I'm always serious and open for conversation. Like, I may crack a little joke every now and then, but you know I'm just me. Regardless of who I'm around and who. Well, you understand what I'm trying to say. Um, just regardless of just like what the circumstance is, I'm always gonna be me. And I feel like that's really missing in the streaming world, the content creation world in general. That's why streaming, I kind of fell out of love with it over the past year, and it just hasn't been the way it needs to be. But that begs the question: what is next for me? What's next for me? The answer to that is I don't know yet. We're going into the new year, just hopefully being able to hustle and just be inspired by what John Cena said because the hustle, loyalty, and respect thing, that's a real thing that not a lot of people in today's world, in my generation especially, has. And so with that, the hustle part, obviously I have that in me. The loyalty, that will never go away, and the respect is something that I live by every single day. And I want to be able to use that in the streaming world, and be like on the top of like the mountain and stuff like that. Like I want to be considered like, a top creator of all time. Like, well, I enjoy YouTube more than I enjoy streaming, so I can't really say like entirely that I want to care to be on top of like, Twitch and stuff like that. Like, but content creation, like making content like this, is something that I've always wanted to do. Like, I'm good at story times. I'm good at telling stories and stuff like that. So hopefully I can put all that stuff into good use one day. And yeah, bro. Thank y'all for watching this video. I honestly don't know what's next for me, but I just know that I don't want to go anywhere without this channel. Honestly, so thank you guys. 200 subscribers on the way. And yeah, bro, I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.